Good evening and welcome to the Mayor's Update.
Well, here we are, Tuesday night,
Sure
6:30. We're all ready. And look
Yep.
at, we made almost right on 6:30.
Almost right
tonight.
on time.
For those of you that are used to us getting here a little late now, we don't want to set that pattern. So we're doing way better. Your week's been busy like mine has. And council last night was only about a half hour long.
That's great.
Well, we're getting lots of things done in our community, but some of it doesn't take a lot of time to do. So.
Right.
Perfect. We'll keep doing it.
Yeah.
We want to remind you, if you've got questions for St. Thomas, questions for the mayor, questions for Grayden, questions for anybody, please get them on here tonight. We want to try and answer all we can. And every week we do try to answer everyone that comes in. We've got a little bit of an agenda from last night's council, and we got a lot of events.
Yeah.
This week is just stuffed full. It's really starting last Sunday. You were at the Terry Fox Run.
I was.
I couldn't make it to the Terry Fox Run because I was at the Kirkin of the Tartans.
Yep.
Right at Knox Church and the parade. So that was fun. Beautiful weather.
Oh, the best weather. And we were over at One Password this year for the Terry Fox Run. It was a perfect place. Rose Gibson, Councillor Gibson, gave a phenomenal speech.
She does great.
Yep.
But you're right about One Password Park. I don't want to interrupt our praise of Rose.
Yes.
Right. But One Password is pretty safe. It's with the number of different trails inside One Password Park, you can set up 1 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 10 kilometer, and be pretty good with it.
It's all flagged out. You never have to really go into traffic. You just go around, you follow the flags, and you pop right on back. Very smooth. Lily had a blast. She was jumping into the stroller, jumping out of the stroller, running forwards and backwards between our family kind of split.
Your whole family was
because the different family members go at different paces. So there was one group that was a little bit further ahead.
I'm going back to see Grandma. I'm going back to
Our joke was we were picking up all the stragglers as our group, the group that I was a part of.
You're the back, the push bar.
I'm back with the stroller, and then Jess is way ahead with her mom. And
perfect.
Yeah,
so that was a great event on Sunday. And then we get to this week, 2 different flag raisings on Monday, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and the Welcome Week stuff for the local immigration partnership.
Yes.
So been busy and fun out front of City Hall with great weather. And then council meeting last night. We'll do some more of it. Coming up this week, what's tomorrow? The grand opening of the new addition on Element 5.
Yeah.
And what a great company they are in our community right now, and how quickly they built that addition, because of all the housing being built right now, Element 5 is being a big, huge part of it. So we want to recognize industries in our community that are really doing great things. And Element 5 worldwide now, with Hosslager and Element 5 being partners, really being in the cross-laminated timber business and the glulam business. So way to go. Excellent.
And you should really check out their website as well if you haven't, because you can see the innovative products that they're bringing to market in terms of housing.
Yeah. How fast you can build a piece using their cross-laminated timbers now. And when we're up against something like homelessness, we're looking for solutions that are even faster and faster.
And low carbon.
Well, it's all of that neat stuff too, but it's just great. So being well recognized across Canada right now. So we're happy to have them as part of tomorrow. Business After 5 is tomorrow night.
Yeah, another fun.
I'm trying to work the calendar now, Grayden.
Yeah.
So that was Wednesday. What's Thursday?
Well, Wednesday still. I got the brushes and bubbly at the railway station.
Oh yes,
Queso
that's right.
station.
That's it.
So
you want to learn art?
Yeah.
Right.
You want to paint a nice farm scene?
I'm hopeless.
Come on out. Don't paint anything. Come on out. Buy a ticket, and then I'll get you set up.
I'll sit around and drink beer all night.
Yeah, have a drink. Enjoy yourself.
Can I heckle the other artists?
Well, I don't see why not.
Okay, well then that may be something I do.
If you want to come in and heckle.
So it starts when? On Wednesday night?
So it starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Okay, so you're kind of halfway through Business After 5.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So I'm going to hurry and get to Business After 5 and not spend the whole time there either. But
right. Check out from there. Come over to the paint night.
Right.
But make sure you buy your raffle tickets at the Business After 5 so you can win some of the amazing prizes out there. And where's the Business After 5? It's the Doug Terry building?
It's the Edward Street, the
Panelit facility?
No.
No, it's the heating and cooling.
Abode and the paint one that Doug has. Grafenstone. And so they're the 2 sponsors, but I think it's at Abode.
So, I believe you're right.
Yep.
Yep, heating and cooling.
Right. So what else is going on this week?
Oh my goodness. Well, if we pop into Thursday, we have your poetry reading that you are participating with other
yes,
folks.
Colleening.
Yeah.
Colleening at the, this is to celebrate Colleen Thibodeau centenary as a feast of her St. Thomas poems, led by local fans, including the mayor, but John Allen and Julie Berry and Barb Hoskins and Mike Baker and Sally Martin and more. Yeah. Right. So it's been a long time since I've done a poetry reading, but it isn't my first time. I'm getting ready to be able to do that on Thursday night.
Fantastic.
That's 7 to 9 at the Railway Museum. There's a cash bar. Come on in. Donations will be given to the Railway Museum. So that's fantastic. That was Thursday. What else?
You've got the Women's Cozy Fashion Swap and Trivia coming up here.
September 21st, 1 to 5 at the Queso Station. $20 a person. Proceeds to be to the United Way and the YWCA. This is something near and dear to my friend Rose Gibson's heart. Yes. So I promised that we would spend a great deal of time talking about this tonight. So I'll just stand here and hold this. But it's really a fashion swap. So if you've got a closet full of really good stuff, and I should have got Stephanie home in time to do this, you can take it and then it's a swap. You can go look at whatever other stuff is there too. But it's also trivia. There's raffle. There's prizes. There's food, fashion, and fun.
It's awesome.
Right? So that's happening on the 21st at the Queso Station, 1 to 5.
And then everyone should remember Oktoberfest on the 20th, Saturday.
Oh, yeah, Saturday. Tapping a couple of kegs, having a couple of pretzels, and doing the best we can to be somewhat festive and Oktoberfesty.
We're celebrating St. Thomas in the downtown as well. So there are a lot of merchants that are participating. So if you come on downtown, make sure that you go to the vendors that are down there, as well as the different businesses.
Wander around downtown too. There'll be music at 2 different stages. My understanding.
That's correct.
There's a huge tent. There's some keg tapping, so we'll get some beer. There will be. There's lots of fun. Oh, and a little bit of friendly competition between our police and our fire in a road hockey game. Now, last year was a cornhole tournament,
right? And
which is non-contact. So I thought this is safe. Oh no, it's a ball hockey tournament between 3-on-3 ball hockey between the police and the fire. Yeah. Please be gentle, gentlemen. It's okay. I know the bragging rights are on.
What was really interesting was no one could really. It was so intense last year that no one could really remember who won.
Oh no! It just trash talking the whole thing.
So this year it's on for the road hockey.
We wanted to talk about the Rail City Angel Gowns promotion that's going on, I guess we could call it a promotion. Sunday, September 28th, from 3 to 6 at the Queso Station. They're planning a fundraising event at that time and place. This is a way of raising funds to donate to Angel Gowns, which is basically burial outfits for people who lose a child. And so I want to thank the people involved in that. And so that's the 28th of September. Thank you. Big things happening at the curling club next week too. The Grand Slam Masters curling event is happening in London and in St. Thomas. And so out here in St. Thomas, the St. Thomas will host 16 women and 16 men Tier 2 teams from across Canada and around the world.
Which is incredible.
Well, wait till you see the talent that there is in that, right? Happening right here at our own curling club. The event will start on Wednesday, September 24th, and you can stop in and see some of these great Tier 2 curlers. That's a great letter from my friend Peter Inch, and I'm glad he sent it. The mayor's going to try and stop by. Another new one that's up, and we're part of the Elgin St. Thomas County Health Recruitment Partnership. Yep. And so right now, the applications are here at our clerk's office or online. For medical students going into university, there's a scholarship that we provide. Right. And we want you all to apply. We'd like to give out as many scholarships as we can to St. Thomas medical students, or St. Thomas and Elgin County medical students, hoping that they will, once they're done school, come back and practice medicine here, which would be a great thing. But to help people get through the medical piece and a scholarship piece. So looking forward to having lots of people fill in the forms and gather in some money for their post-secondary education.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we've got a comment in there from Adam Montgomery saying it's a Canadian thing to do in terms of the ball hockey and the raffling. And Adam's got a whole raffle going on honest food reviews.
I've been seeing how much his food reviews, but he's up to like $4,000, if I remember last, worth of gift certificates and stuff that he can for prizes on St. Thomas and Area Food Happenings, I think is the name of his.
St. Thomas and Area Honest Food Reviews.
Honest Food Reviews. Okay. And Adam, thank you. Thank you for what you do. I get to hear so much places I want to go now try.
Yeah.
And I live vicariously through you because food is my life. And so thank you for what you're doing in promoting the food business in St. Thomas.
And we've got another one here. Fran from CAP's office saying that all month long, CAP's office collecting donations for the food bank, and our newsletter has suggestions for the most needed items. So that's the CAP's off newsletter. So you can drop those off there.
Right, perfect, excellent.
And CAP by Sam has matched Adam Montgomery's fundraiser, so they finished at $5,010, and like CAP by Sam is donating an additional $5,010.
Way to go! That is just fantastic. And there's so much fundraising going on right now, whether it's for our hospice or our food bank. Certainly could use all the help that anybody wants to offer it. Our inn, the people who are volunteering at Grace Cafe, so many good things happening in our community. Please continue to look good, folks. Keep going hard. And Adam, thank you for you kind of spearing some more of us on this too. So huge amount.
Yeah, he's amazing.
You've now, I was going to say you've taken my hunger away. It's not true. I'm going to eat still after this, but that's incredible. Way to go.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the rest of the stuff because we have so many things to cover. United Way Harvest Lunch is also coming up September 23rd at the Elgin County Railway Museum from 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. And so that money that is raised there will go back into the community here for what United Way does. They do a lot of work within the community, especially donating through like the YWCA and other organizations.
Yes, excellent.
And we've got Still Standing, the CBC show.
CBC even recognized that St. Thomas is the place to be, and they're bringing their the comedy part of their Still Standing show here for, am I right, the 24th?
24th, yeah.
24th. Gates will open about 4 o'clock, I think, but it's first come, first served to the seats at the Joe Thornton Center.
Yeah.
And we love to fill it. We love to show them the pride of St. Thomas and show them what we can do and how heartily we can laugh.
Now, there's a 2,400 capacity, I believe, on that rink, and I believe they're going to fill it.
And then the floor you can add more.
Right? Oh, really? Okay.
So
I think it's going to be packed.
I think so too. So we need a good crowd to make it look good. So let's everybody remember that. We'll talk about it again next week too.
Absolutely.
All right.
Make sure everyone gets out. Angela DeRees is also saying that the St. Thomas and Elgin Home Builders Association has a $100,000 challenge in support of the House of Homes. So if you go onto the STIBA website, then you can find out all the details on that, on how you can help with the House of Homes. And that building's going up on Center Street.
Well, we were there last week. I want to thank Angela for inviting us to come see it and a little lunch in the parking lot. But it is really coming up. I think 12 apartments, 12 homes. To replace what used to be a pretty decrepit building there that they ended up having to kind of take down and build. But to see the home builders involved in a $100,000 campaign, I think Angela said that day, if every member of the St. Thomas Home Builders gave just a small amount, we'd get to $100,000. So we've got lots going on in our community. But that's another one that is a combination of housing and good work in our community. Yeah. So thank you, Angela, for bringing that up for us. And we'll continue to talk about it. Anybody who would like to help, reach out to any one of our home builders, anybody in STIBA or Angela herself, and should be able to direct your funds in the right way.
Bridges Better Business is coming up quickly as well. That's September 25th.
Right, because we had a day free next week so let's put another event on it. Right?
So right after Still Standing, you can go to Bridges of Better Business. They have an amazing food showcase every year where they bring in different vendors from across St. Thomas and Elgin County.
And there are some. I met a young lady today who was a summer student or summer company, I think, and she was telling me that she's there.
Yeah.
I could tell you that I think it was cookie-based ice cream sandwiches.
Oh.
So I'm kind of now got to go find this out, right?
I love that.
Perfect.
I love it all. And then they've got a crooner, Matt Dusk, is coming in.
Yeah.
And he's apparently like the Michael Bublé of the second.
I'll be able to sing along.
Yeah.
Just not out loud because that disturbs people near me if I do that. So, but I know the words to many of the crooner types.
Yes. And they always bring a phenomenal guest. So highly recommend, if you can get tickets to that, go for it, because it's going to be a great show as always. And it also recognizes members within the community that have done phenomenal work. So as a downtown board member, we're also recognizing one of our members during that event as well, which I'm excited to share with the community once it's announced.
Yes, great.
All right, 140th anniversary of Jumbo Mania.
Last night, Councillor Peters and Councillor Taylor was there too, but I don't know who else, so I don't want to leave out a councillor, but I've mentioned those two. But Steve is all things Jumbo in our community. Yeah. And so yesterday was 140th anniversary of the demise of Jumbo the elephant. Right here in St. Thomas on Woodworth Ave. Yep. Right. And so we did warn people to keep their elephants indoors and not to let them out on the railway tracks last night.
Yeah. 140 years since the last elephant death in St. Thomas.
Oh, look, I think that's a pretty good record. We haven't killed an elephant in 140 years. Yeah. But what else could we tell people about Jumbo Mania?
So much. Oh my goodness. They've got a revolving show going on down at the Elgin County Heritage Center, which is on Sunset, right beside the Elgin County building. They're switching it out. So if you've gone once, like if you go now, if you go back in a couple months, they're going to be switching out what you can see there. So it's a great show.
So because there was so much great Jumbo memorabilia, they couldn't put it all out at once, so they're rolling it through.
I mean, over half the collection is from Steve Peters, I believe, as well.
So I don't know how he got it all out if it's housing over there, but he's an incredible resource to our community, and we love having Steve around to talk.
Absolutely.
But apparently, they consecrated the ground last night with some of our local dead elephant beer. And so I know he did that last night. Don't tell CN, they'll probably fine us.
And Fran's saying, when will elephants be approved to have in our yards in St. Thomas? And I believe, Fran, that was approved a couple years ago, with the support animal bylaw.
If your elephant is a support animal, you have to have a letter from your doctor and or somebody. And
the only catch is you have to be able to afford to feed those elephants. And that's once they get bigger, I think
we've had no uptake on the pet elephant or support elephants in our community. But who knows?
Yeah, maybe Caps Off needs one.
If you do, please don't let them walk the railway tracks.
Absolutely not. We can't have another one of these
trails.
These events.
They can go on, Adam Stillings about Twisted Chicken from Delhi coming and doing a one-day event at the Buzz Bites restaurant. What a great thing to do. Let's do some pop-up stores at our already existing restaurants. Yeah. But Twisted Chicken out of Delhi, I hear, is an incredible place to visit.
Heard nothing but fantastic reviews.
I recognize I am the mayor of St. Thomas, so I'm not trying to promote Delhi. I'm trying to promote that they're coming to St. Thomas, and if enough of us show up, then they may say, well, that's a better place for a restaurant called Twisted Chicken.
That's right.
In St. Thomas.
Interregional cooperation. I hear there are some spots that are available over in the new Talbot Plaza. So maybe that's a place to go in right there.
There's spots, and there's still some downtown spots. As you and I both know.
Absolutely.
We can continue to go that right.
And Fran's saying they have a lot of spent grain from the brewing process. So maybe a support elephant could be a tie-in.
Yeah, I'm not certain. Could you intoxicate an elephant by giving them the spent grain?
Well, I believe they did that with Jumbo to kind of keep him a little bit more mellow than he was once he hit his teenage years, actually.
Well,
this was actually a practice that they participated in.
But he still went after a train. And just, So we'll be careful of all of that. Right.
All of that elephant?
Oh, I'm there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so still more to come.
What else have you got on your list?
Oh, my goodness. There's so much stuff. Lake Margan Award.
Oh, we were today at the Jim Waite Park. And Jim Waite was there. Jim and Sue were there with us, too. But in the Jim Waite Park at the front end of Lake Margaret, with the Ontario Stone, Sand, and Gravel Association. They're an aggregate group. They run gravel pits, or they're the oversight group for it. And they've been spending a lot of time lately trying to convince that gravel pits can be turned into something better than that after the aggregate's been removed, which we need the aggregate for all road building, all home building. So, right. And they recognized Lake Margaret here in St. Thomas as a rehabilitated gravel pit that is just turned into heaven on earth.
The highest level of recognition they can get was given to Lake Margaret.
Right. And that there's a big rock at the end of lake, right by the lake in Jim Waite Park. And it is a rock out of the quarry there, but it's big. I didn't know there's any rock that big left in the lake, right? And a bronze plaque on it from the Ontario Stone, Sand, and Gravel group. And to meet some old friends there and really talk about what a gem that is to St. Thomas. And sometimes, look at folks, we all do it. We've got great things in our community we don't always all go visit, whether it's the Elevated Park or Lake Margaret or Pinafore Park, or right. We need to continue to talk more about what's going on in our own community, and when we're recognized nationally or across Ontario with this award, that's a big thing. And so we're really pleased with that today. We had a number of councillors out there. We had folks from Kettle Creek, who are also responsible for the transfer of that land through Kettle Creek to the city. Our own Parks Department, Adrian, spoke eloquently today to talk about what it means to have something like that in our community, and how hard it is for us to also continue to build the trails that go with this.
Yes, I know Adrian's been very involved in making the Parks and Rec in our community absolutely incredible. She's just been promoted.
Yeah, haven't we got a tree planting or something, or did that occur?
I don't know.
Okay, next week we'll talk about it, or we'll talk about it when it's coming. So,
And last week we had MP Andrew Lawton on the show, and he's just joined the show watching. So, hi, Andrew.
Well, I hope the second day in Parliament is going as smoothly as you hoped. I did not get a chance to watch question period or anything else yet this week, but I've been relying on. I'll rely on you this weekend when you're back to tell me how well everything went.
I was listening in. It was feisty.
I know
that this week.
Andrew had a member statement or a good piece on bail reform, which we talked about with him here on Mayor's Update. So thank you for joining us, Andrew, and keep on fighting in Ottawa. It'll be a lot of fun going on.
And if you've got any questions, let us know what they are. And Andrew said he'd come back again. And he'll be able to answer those questions. All right. So, oh my goodness, so many more things. In view of the artist at the Elgin County, or the
the View of the Arts, yes.
The Public Arts Center there, and then Railway State Road Races on September 28th.
Rumor has it Wendy's going to be there.
Oh yeah, excellent.
And I'll be there.
I hear a lot of
Big
people,
Brothers Big Sisters event.
They're going to jog. Yeah, absolutely. They're going to jog through that, and then they're going to hop over to the curling event, which you've already talked about.
Right. So lots of stuff going on.
Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's an incredible organization.
The studio tour.
Yes, Elgin County Studio Tour, 27th to the 28th of September, which I'm also participating in, as well as a lot of amazing artists throughout the city, the county, and all the way over to Elmer. We've got artists that are participating this year.
Oh, yes.
So pop onto their website. You'll see all the different participating artists.
The Accessibility Open House.
Yes.
That's an Elgin County and St. Thomas conglomeration, the Accessibility, at the Joe Thornton Center on the, is that next Friday? 26th?
26th. At the Joe, 4 p.m.
And there will be a demonstration of wheelchair basketball between Warden Grant Jones and
Very
Mayor Joe
excited
Preston.
to see that.
I am fearful of this.
Very.
I don't think we'll be quite as aggressive as the police and the fire at this week's Oktoberfest.
I'll be disappointed if you're not.
Okay, well, Grant and I don't know. Can I slam dunk from a wheelchair? We'll see.
We're going to find out.
See what's possible.
Let's get one of those like ramps or one of those like ejection devices they put in jets. You just ride over that. It pops you up. Slam dunk.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Steve just pointed out another reason why you might not want an elephant living in your house.
150 kilograms of dung a day. Well, that's a lot of prime fertilizer that can go into gardens.
How much has got to go in to get 150 kilograms of dung out of an elephant? So, just throw it over the fence. I'm sure it'll be good for your neighbors.
There are a lot of parks, they need fertilizer. Maybe that's the prime place to get it. Right at Caps Off. It's right around the corner from City Hall. I'm sure they could pop in over there. And Steve Peters is also saying that the heart of Jumbo weighed 46 pounds.
Wow. That's the heart.
Yeah,
of course, it's got to pump all that, right? So,
Absolutely.
Well, Steve was out with us today at
Mhm.
Lake Margaret.
Yes.
And so it's great to see him there after spending his night last night
Yes.
reminiscing of 140 years of Jumbo. So we always think we can get facts and figures. We ever go back to trivia, we know we can get most of it from Steve.
Pretty much all of it, yeah.
Okay, like what's the weight of a heart? No.
Yeah, 46 pounds for Jumbo.
See, I'm fairly light then because, without a heart, I'm not. No.
Yep. Oh, my goodness. All right. So we've got through the event stuff here. Now, City Council met yesterday.
Yeah.
And I believe you've got the mayor's notes, the Coles
notes. It was
notes.
a very short meeting
Yep.
and some fairly important stuff done, but we got through it pretty quickly. So we had first the designated heritage permit guide and applications.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing these all one-off. Every time somebody needs a permit on heritage improvements in the downtown or in a designated heritage piece. So they've come up, the Heritage Committee's done a great job of coming up with a guide and application forms to do this quicker and to help it get through council quicker. CIP project, we prepared a entry into the community improvement plan, a grant for a home that created 4 new housing units. Mm-hmm. And we've been really spending a lot of our community improvement funds money to improve housing in St. Thomas, continue to grow, right? We came up with a practice and guideline for us on city-owned land. Mm-hmm. How do you process it? If you needed to get rid of it, how would you sell it? If you want to convert it to a different zoning, and also how do we accumulate new land in order to do more housing in our community? So that was another piece of council last night too. The Site Plan Control Committee told us all of the work they've done so far this year. Committee of Adjustment is looking at a minor variance on Prince Albert Street, and we approved the building of a airport hangar maintenance garage addition at the airport. So in addition to the hangar will be a maintenance garage out there, and it went to the lowest tender, and we had already had that in our budget. And that was pretty much the meeting last night. So it was pretty quick, but pretty impactful.
Speaking of the airport, Copa held an event there on the weekend for people that are interested in flying. So free flights for children up to the age of 18. They could go up in a plane.
A lot of airplanes in that area, and heard from a number of people in town. Why is there so many airplanes? Oh, well, okay, look, the airport held an event. That's why. So,
and shout out to Fran from Caps Off because she was snapping pictures and firing over to me so I could do a post.
Right.
So we got those pictures up, and then a lot of people were asking about how they can find out about that stuff. And of course, watch Mayor's Update. We're always going to tell you about the events that are going on in town. Right. And that way you'll have a heads up on it.
Yeah. Last question here. Somebody's asking me about Stephanie, so I'm going to answer it. Stephanie's been staying up at our northern house most of the summer, her and the puppies. It's just been great for her head.
Yeah.
She has been fantastically well and will continue to come home and see me. I think she's home next weekend for Oktoberfest and then for the road races and stuff.
Excellent.
So she's staying home a week, and then weather stays like this, she'll be back up north with the puppies. So thank you for asking about Stephanie, and I'll let her know that you were asking. She's been still doing some special peer support stuff about mental health, and she'll continue to do it through her social media. And she's been smiling, even though I miss her and she misses me. This is the 1 week I wasn't able to get up there at all, so maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll get to spend some time together.
Very good.
Yeah.
And Fran's asking about the paint night that I'm hosting at the Queso Station tomorrow night. And yes, it's happening, 6 p.m. We're going to paint a barn. If you want to bring in a picture of a barn that you like, we can also paint that. I've got one preset that's of the McKinley barn, which is a barn that I grew up right next to, actually.
Yeah. So that will be and you will teach people how to do it, because you are so easily done with art, and I am just terrible. I can't draw straight stick men, and you are so artistic. I talk for a living, and you draw. No.
Oh man, there's so many more. There's so much fun stuff that's happening right now that I can't talk about yet. There's a mural I'm working on that's a secret project. The general design just got approved. I'm going to work on that. You might be able to see an announcement in a month, but it's really exciting.
Great.
Some history of the St. Thomas included.
I've got a paint project for you when you tell me you're all settled and have some time.
Once we've moved,
right. I know that's
give me 2 months.
So I haven't sent you my pictures of JoJo because we lost JoJo last year, and I know I want wanted you to do a portrait of it, and I've got a bunch for you to base it on. So perfect.
Honestly, Joe, I can't wait. I can't wait. For the 2 months is done. The move's done.
Right.
I'm going to have my life back. I'm going to be able to do stuff. And that's another thing. I know that people are messaging me to share stuff, and I don't always have time. I want to share everything, but I don't always have time right now. For the next 2 months, my time is very limited because we're moving.
Well, should we also say that concrete was poured today?
Yes, we should.
We started pouring concrete. That will take months to pour all the concrete that is needed out there. But my understanding is that started out there today. Now, please don't rush out there. It's still an area you're really not allowed to go. But for those of you that wanted to hear the great news of moving forward, pretty much on schedule, right when we said we would, apart start pouring concrete and putting up steel at Powerco. So
if you're looking for updates, you can go to the Bird's Eye on the St. Thomas Economic Development Facebook page and also on their website. And there's links to the Bird's Eye, and then you can kind of tour around and see all the development on the site.
Dale Cummings asking, why isn't the fire site on Talbot Street cleaned up? Well, when I went by yesterday, 3/4 of it had been taken away. So I did not go by today to look, but I'm guessing that within this week, all of that debris will be out of there. We'll be into a debris free area.
All right. Well, that looks like that's our time.
That's it. Time alarm going off. Right. So it was Stephanie, so I better let her know that people are asking about it.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Hopefully she's on. And often she does watch. But
All right, everybody.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. We've got a special guest next week, and we'll let you know who that is later on. Talk to you.